Bruno Fernandes, Wayne Rooney and Manchester United. That was great to watch at home, wasn't it? There's not many players as a duo, can criticise Cristiano Ronaldo.
No. You know, honestly, they made it look so easy.
Oh.
Two brilliant guys, brilliant players. It's just a shame they didn't play together more. You know, you think back to, we were so fortunate. Sometimes the generation you had a great Everton team, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Manager and teammates. You know, that one had Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, Giggs, Scholes, Vidic, Ferdinand. You know, Van der Sar, you had everyone.
Hargreaves?
Yeah, I was in there, but imagine, you know, Bruno could have just slotted in there beautifully, and you would have had him linking with all those guys, but he's carried the torch for Man United since he's been there. But it was amazing to watch them two together, because you can tell they think alike, don't they?
Yeah. The speed of thought as a football player, and it's one of the reasons why Bruno Fernandes has got as many assists as he's got, Leroy. We'll take a look at them. Some incredible moments he's had this season. What is there left for Manchester United to play for? They've got Champions League football. Will they all be thinking, let's get Bruno this assist record?
Well, get Bruno's assist record and get him on a new contract. That's what they'll be thinking, because he's been, just not his ability, but his mentality. You know, you've got to remember, when Man United weren't playing well, he was always the one who turned up. He was always the one who made something happen. And now he's actually in his best position.
Exactly. He was a defensive midfielder.
Exactly. He wasn't even in his best position, but he didn't crumble, didn't moan, he got on with it. Now he's in his best position. We're seeing some of his best football at Man United. But the key for Man United going forward is this guy. I know he's 31 years old, but I just saying to Owen, this mentality, I think he could play on for another 5 years. You know, he's never really relied on his pace. It's just his attitude to the game that rubs off on everybody around him. And when they get the ball to him, and sometimes tactics is simple. Get the ball to your best player and then run.
I love this one. I love that. Do you know what? On every clip, the weight of the pass is perfect. And that's the difference between the good players and the great ones. De Bruyne was saying, Steven Gerrard was saying, Rooney was saying, the weight of pass. That's what he's saying. Look, just make a run, I'll give it to you. And that graphic there, you know, you look at, they're the greats, aren't they?
Oh, they are. Is he going to become the greatest with regards to assists? He's got a couple of games left.
I think he will. Yeah, look, he's just, and he seems to just stay fit all the time. So I think he'll mostly break that record. But look at that, Kevin De Bruyne, Thierry Henry.
Well, there's two questions. Will he equal it? He's got 2 games. He needs one to
he'll at least
match
equal
it.
The thing is, as well, with Bruno, Wazza made a really good point. He plays with risk, so he'll hit 10 or 20 passes a game. So he'll get 40 looks at it. And if you look at chance created, I know some of them are on set pieces, but that is ridiculous.
Well, that's what is incredible. There is assists record, but you know, you have to rely on other people to finish the opportunities with assists. Talking about outright chances created, Leroy, that's compared to everyone else in the league this season. That is remarkable.
It's unbelievable. The way it's ridiculous. And these are good players in behind him there. Interesting. The stat I heard about him, his first assist was on October the 19th. That's when his first assist came. You know,
he was allowed to play out of position.
Out of position. But it's just absolute. That is incredible.
But you look there. They're all £100 million players, aren't they?
Yes.
And he's doubled everyone. Shout out to Anton Stach, by the way.
Yeah.
What a season he's had coming over from Germany.
Absolutely. Let's have a look at this next clip, because this shows you his importance. This shows you his importance to Manchester United. That is 109 points. His goals and assists have won for the club. Was there ever a player at Man United that, I know there was Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney, that was that singularly important?
No, because again, Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, Giggs, Scholes, you had, with the utmost respect to Bruno, you had about 7 or 8 guys in there that contributed, independent who it was on the day. So you couldn't. That's why it's quite remarkable that Bruno's been able to do this, because he's been the chief architect and creator on his own. So it's been remarkable what he's been able to do.
Well, it's been outstanding. Not only Erling Haaland has more goal involvements than Bruno Fernandes this season, with Erling's 27. Well, that's watch this space for whether he's going to break that record, guys. But that's all we've got time.
Welcome back to Match Officials Mic'd Up. We've got lots to get through. So, for our next clip, let's head to Old Trafford for Manchester United's meeting with Liverpool back in match week 35.
No, it's down away. Not enough for me. Yeah, I agree. Try to get a shot off, it's fine.
Checking possible penalty. Just on that. Staying live. Possible push at the back post. Possible handball by the goal scorer. Got to go to the goal first and foremost.
On-field decision is goal.
Dad's Daz, I'm going to check the goal.
Yeah.
The possible dog is not being checked, so just stand by. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so go to the goal. Go to the goal.
Yeah. No, it's not. He's trying to get out of the way, Harry. Harry! That's him now. Oh, there you go.
Okay. So 2 concerns on first view. Push at the back post, clearly onside. So push by Fernandes. First view from that is normal contact. Can you just confirm that from something side on?
Yeah, I've got.
Okay. Yeah.
Behind.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Okay, that's normal contact for me. That's fine. Possible offside on Sesko.
Okay, going back to goal line.
Okay. So pause on.
Header.
Clearly on.
Clearly on.
Clearly on. That's fine. Just need to. There might be a touch with the hand. Have you got anything in goal behind the goal?
Yeah, I'm looking for Polcam. And I've got another SSM from the other side.
Okay, yeah,
now.
SSM. Okay, I'm on. Oh, good.
There's a reverse.
Okay. Just checking possible handball does. Okay, just pause it there. Tell me around the angles when it appears to be in possible contact with the finger.
Just there, yeah?
Yeah, and tell me around the angles. Show me what you've got on a...
That's true. Yeah.
But do it split screen with that last angle you please.
I can't split
You're
screen.
not synced.
It's a different
Okay.
frame rate camera. But
Okay, so
this is an SSM with the extra frames.
Okay, so one more time.
This is all the way down to 5%. So I'm just...
So I'm happy with the right hand because there's no clear evidence.
So just there. I'm going to go down to 15%.
Just pause it on the moment where you think there's contact.
I can loop it one more time.
No, don't loop it.
I've got no evidence. I've got to see nothing conclusive.
Okay, yeah, go there. And loop it through on a longer loop. I'm going to see if there's any spin on the
one
ball.
angle or two angles?
Both angles.
Okay.
I've got no conclusive evidence that the ball has definitely hit the hand.
I agree.
Nothing to take the goal away. I'm going to confirm the on-field decision of goal. Daz, I'm going to confirm the on-field decision of goal. The check is complete. There is no conclusive evidence that the ball actually touches the hand of Sesko before it goes into the net.
Okay, so the goal is going to be given. Okay, there's no conclusive evidence of the angle showing the goal scorer touching the ball with his hand. Therefore, the foul decision is goal. Okay?
Right, I think I've watched this clip about 100 times and I still can't make my mind up. My view is probably, I'm about 80% that it does clip his hand, just his fingertips. But in that situation, as the VAR guys said in the booth, if there's no conclusive evidence, it's got to be given.
Yeah, I think the clip kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it, really? I'm pretty much with you. I think it probably does hit the hand. But, of course, the VARs need that conclusivity. They need to be absolutely certain that it does. And it doesn't matter what we think, does it? It matters what they think.
Yeah.
And we do ask them to be sure that something needs acting upon. Clearly, Sesko doesn't deliberately handle this. He doesn't make himself bigger. It's all very natural. But, of course, the laws of the game require any goal that comes off the hand immediately or where the player scores immediately after hitting the arm, then it has to be disallowed. And that means the VAR has no option but to start looking for that. Sometimes it looks like they're being a bit too forensic, and you hear in this situation the VAR looking from various angles. They want to get it right if it does conclusively come off the arm, but they don't get to that level of certainty. They probably think it probably does as well, but they need it to be absolutely categorical to get involved, and they weren't able to find it, and hence the reason that the on-field decision stood.
OK, we've got...
It was a goalless draw at the Stadium of Light, but the big talking point for referee Stuart Atwell to deal with involved Sunderland winger Nelson Angulo and Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes. United fans not happy after Angulo escaped a red card for hitting his forearm in the side of Fernandes' face. No card was shown by the referee and VAR did not send him to the monitor. What do you think of this one, Dermot?
I don't think it's a red card, and I think that's the problem, that if it's a red card, the VAR can recommend he go across. It's easy. But because of VAR, it's all or nothing. Because I think it's a yellow card. I think it's unsporting behaviour. I think it's reckless. I actually think he's tried to get the top of his shoulder, tried to get across the chest, and he's gone up. But because he's caught him with the side of his arm rather than his elbow, he hasn't caught him with his elbow, he hasn't thrown his elbow. That's why I think it's a yellow card. But the VAR has no power to go yellow card, and that's where they're snookered, if you like.
I agree there. I think when you look at Angulo, he hasn't. I mean, if he's thrown an elbow, you would see, right? So what he's tried to do, you can see here, he's running past him and he's just trying to nudge him with his arm onto his shoulder. And again, you would feel frustrated as a player as well when you feel that kind of contact. It happens all the time, and players will look around and say, what are you doing? But in that instance, Angulo's actually tried to do that on his arm. His elbow has brushed up on his shoulder and hit him in the face. Again, I can't give a red card for that, because I don't think he's not intentionally tried to hit him in the face with his elbow. I think it's a consequence of him trying to hit him on the arm and his elbow brushing up his shoulder going onto